swear, yeah, even on my bad days, music, not even music, not just music, fruit. Even on my bad days, fruit and music. Never overlook fruit. And never overlook the negative music you've been listening to, man. Even if it's fire, I don't care. 'Cause that's what I used to say when I was young. I was like, when I was young, I didn't even realise it was negative. That's the thing. That's the only advice I can give to a lot of the youth now. Don't overlook the negatives. Like, people, you're always going to say, oh, you're a hater, that's why you don't like that. But listen, you're listening to negativity. Sometimes angry people, myself included, we don't know how to word it properly. We're just mad. We don't know why we're mad. And sometimes we think we're mad at the materials. But we're not even mad at the materials. Like, we think we are, because we've been programmed to believe that. Really, what we're really mad at, we're mad at the negativity within that. And that came from what was within us. For some of the, if you're older, that negativity came within us, projected onto the youth. So still up, we're to blame. And for the youth, it's the same for some of them. But they don't know that they're programmed, and we're starting to wisen up as we're maturing. And is the world a fuck place for many of us? Yeah. So someone can say, well, what are you saying? You want me to start telling the youth that, but I'm still in this life. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I understand that. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's like, for some of us, a lot of us, it's the position we play. Sometimes you're so far in, you don't get that choice in the position you play no more, because that's the position you're playing, you've played. So it's like, if you back out, it will look, some of it will be partially from judgment, some of it, when you do back out, there'll still be the same issues there. So you're like, there's no point to back out. But for the ones that are not on the roads, trust me, stop listening to this negativity, man. Because when the war comes, if it comes, it's just gonna come. So you want your brothers, your sisters, your nieces, your nephews, your cousins, siblings, XYZ, family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever. Do you get what I'm saying? Your dog, your cat, your puppy, your kitten, the whole litter. You want them to feel negative because you feel negative. We want everyone to feel negative. I'll put myself in the equation. We want everyone to feel negative because we feel negative. Yeah? Listen, and when it hits you, it'll be too late. If war and all this fuckery don't come in the next 50 years, 100 years, like officially on a mass scale, yeah, you're gonna cry for them years back. Because you're gonna be like, now my son, my daughter, they're like, they don't respect life. They don't respect themselves. Cause I didn't respect myself. I pretended like I was respecting myself. Now when I see the mirror image, the reflection, I'm like, shit. Nah, no. So sometimes self-love, unlucky for some, I'm grateful for me, self-love. Not even that. Because I saw it through other people, so I still saw a reflection image. You feel me? But still, a privilege for me. Some of you are not going to get that because I don't have children yet. Your children already look at them like, I never found love through self-love. I found the lack of self-love through pretending I had self-love. Now my child is doing what I'm doing and it looks like trash. Don't mean the child it, I mean the behaviour their behaviour, it looks like trash. My son, my daughter, they look like trash. But then some of you might not even realise that's you, so you're thinking my son and my daughter's trash, but you're trash. No offence, I'm not saying that to put you down, I'm saying you're going to judge their behaviour like it's trash. I'm just paraphrasing. But the trash is with you raised them. Some of you are going to sit there and blame their it must be your friends. Two twos, your you is like 5 years old, bro. They don't even know what friends are yet, they just play with people. That's just that's almost like an extended version of their family, the ones that they always get along with. 5, 6, you're like, you must be your friends. 10, 12, it must be your friends. You feel me? But you're letting them go and play with them friends. Oh, well, I ain't got no control on my la. No, I'm just ranting too far into it. But listen, the negativity is what carries on the negativity. Read that back again. I'll read it back again as well because I need to in my mind. You feel me? I don't even need to say it twice, but I'll read it back again in my mind. Mad thing. It's mad. But we all must want war. So for the ones that have children, some of you must not get. For the ones that are caring, applaud for you. feel me? 'Cause I'm not talking to you. But the ones that don't, oh, it is what it is. Yeah, it is what it is. Another person got stabbed. Another person got whatever. Cool. That's gonna happen. That's gonna continue. I get that part. But it's still not. It's still not what it is. It's what it's become, or it's what it's continued through history. So yeah, it is what it is in that sense. But it's not just it is what it is because a life lost. Yeah. Life lost can send your whole life off. So we need to be teaching the youth to be enjoying the simpler things. Like when I listen to some good music, doesn't even have to be, I don't even mean on like a talented level, it's just, doesn't have to be negative. I'm not just talking about music that's absolute, you know, in my opinion, to a certain extent, no music really is nowadays, because we got all this, you feel me, you got a lot of technology to play with. So I'm just talking about music that's not even hardly any of it's negative, or it's not glamorizing, it's just bringing truth. So I can get the truth. Then when I want to feel happy, I can listen to some happy music. Not pretend like in a bubble la-di-da music, but you know what I'm saying, different frequencies of music, should we say. And then we got fruit, which is all natural, came from Mother Nature. It might not make you live longer than the next person, but your mentality, the realness of your mentality just may. Think about that. Literally think about that. Because you will sink without that. Listen. The facts is what the facts is. It is what it is, then the facts is what the facts are. The facts is what the facts is. Listen. Speak so much truth that they can't tax this. I'm telling you, like, I speak so much truth, you can't tax it. That's why a hate ain't got a word for me. They just do it behind little closed doors, and then they want to talk about, man are just in their yard all day. They don't say, man are just in their yard all day, but you're not on hating behind closed doors, and I'm just coming to say it is what the facts is, what the facts is. None you ain't saying that. Some of you gonna wait till you got 1 million followers, 2 million followers. Cool, that's good for you, cause I still appreciate positivity. But when you got your money, then you're gonna wanna come and be real. You feel me? So you're missing out on the really years for yourself. The money's good, you gotta work like a slave to live like a king. Yeah? But you gotta not waste away your really years. This is a lot of things I've done. A lot of things our youth has already done, and they're not even fucking 16, 19, some of them yet. So then now, because they're programmed for so long, it's gonna take them to my age, because I went through the same shit. A lot of mistakes through my own. Yeah, a lot of people say that they don't like the word bad luck, but a lot of bad luck, or whatever the word is you want to call that happened as well as my own mistakes. You feel me? And even that is probably because of my own mistakes, or not realizing my own strengths, you know. So it's not a mistake, it's just a weakness as well. A mistake doesn't mean, well, you're I don't know. Well, there's always a lost cause now. Your weaknesses, you're realizing too much of your weaknesses because you're pretending. Not everyone's pretending. I'm just speaking in general and about me. So now you're amplifying your weaknesses because you're not trying to take in your strengths, because you're not trying to be the real you, and the real you has some strengths lying within that. Do you get what I'm saying? The materials is what led me to believe, and I still want to get a couple of things, but there's no rush, there's no hurry for certain things. I'd mainly rather help people now. And before I was kidding myself saying that. Not that I don't want to help people, I always did, but I still thought, you know, I'm going to get to certain things before I'm going to help people. But now I can really say. And when you got the materials flashing in your eyes, you're blinded, and a lot of death. When I speak about materials, a lot of people, you're going to say, well, certain men are going to say, well, man's really in the trenches, I'm really here. I ain't got time to think about materials. Like, this is just something I'm going to get as the end result. For some of them that hustle well, or they get paid by the government, but that's another story. The end result of death, torture, and a lot of violence, a lot of drugs, a lot of corruption, you will just get them things. So they're like, some of them are going to say to me, well, you must think I care about something that you care so much about. No, I understand people are really in the trenches, but the ones that are just blinded by materials and you're not really in the trenches, but there's still death. There's death all around us. I flick on the news, boom. A few months ago I flicked on the news, boom. I'm just seeing the age that the youth are getting stabbed is younger and younger. I know the news wasn't like, we didn't see the news as much back then, like, cause not everything wasn't like everywhere. But still, let's talk about in just the news terms. The stabbings and the deaths are younger and younger people. I'm like, fuck, so yeah, and does it affect me? Does it make me a bit paranoid? Yeah, but I'm still like, I'm not like it is what it is. I'm like, I feel pain, but I'm like, I can't let that, if that becomes my mentality, the next youth looking up to me, that's just going to only become their mentality. And yeah, I'm sure we all have certain sides of us that some of us want to be bad, some of us are bad, some of us, I'm not saying everyone wants to be bad, but a lot of us have that want to be like, I want to be cool, doesn't mean you want to be bad, I want to be cool, so if I have to do this, I'm going to do whatever to get lit and have people around me. Some of you don't even care about the money, I just want to be lit and have it, and everything's going to come because it's just a clout game. Yeah, and some of you are bad because you will act out on your thoughts, your bad thoughts, your negative thoughts, and the way we've been programmed. Doesn't make you a bad person either. It just means some of us want to be bad, some of us are bad, some of us, it is what it is because we're so stuck in our weaknesses by being fake. We can't get to the other side by being real to reveal our strengths. So being real will reveal your strengths. But we don't look at it like that when we're younger. We don't look at it like that when we're heavily programmed either, because we all want to be because someone the other day must have asked me online, are you pro-vaccine or basically are you pro-vaccine was their question, but I'm guessing they mean it as a sense like, what, are you pro-vaccine or anti-vaccine? I'm like, do you think I care when Kanye or fucking Drake's album drops? And it's probably already dropped by the time I gave him the answer, one of them. That's not disrespect to him. I might even happily listen to both now. I honestly do not listen to Drake's music. That's no disrespect. I've obviously heard tracks because he's popping everywhere, bro. But I don't listen to his music and I wouldn't choose to. That's not because he's rubbish. I just don't. That's not my vibe. Kanye, I probably would. But like I said, I wait for the hype to die down. But that's no disrespect. But that's, you're asking me the question. Like I got an answer for like I even care, bro. You want my youth to care about that. You want our youth to care about that. Then they're always going to be, you know what I'm saying, this, are you pro-vaccine, anti-vaccine, what about Drake and Kanye? Some of you are going to listen to Kanye's album and Drake's album, whether it's banging or not, and you're not going to enjoy it, because you just care about, well, when's it dropping? Same for the anti-vaccine, or pro-vaccine, vaccine, whatever it, you don't care, you don't know, you're just talking, you're just regurgitating garbage, bro. So now I don't care. I do care, because I care about other people's lives, but I ain't got time for that. I ain't got time to answer your question. So you want to ask me the question, I'm going to give you the long answer, because the long answer is nothing to do with your question, bro. So respectfully, shut up, fuck off. Unless you're going to break it down further, and if that means I jumped the gun, to whoever asked that, my bad. Because maybe you're going to enlighten me as well with the answer, with the response, but there was still no response to that answer that I gave. As far as I'm aware, I could have just been ranting for so long, I didn't see it, my bad. So it's still my bad, but bro, don't ask that question. Even if whether it's bro, sis, don't, bro. Unless you really got facts and shit to back this shit up, and you're gonna ride for that. Don't mean ride as in like the physical sense and harm someone, but you're gonna ride for it, whether it's mentally or physically for our youth. You don't care. Don't ask the fucking question, bro. You ain't gonna research deeper. Some of you gonna be anti-vaccine one day, and you're gonna take the vaccine literally within a day, bro, for Krispy Kreme. So don't tell me about Kanye and Drake's album either, because you're the same. You're gonna listen to it. Or you're not even going to listen to it, you're going to gas, waffle, listen to one song, and then you're not going to enjoy the song, whether it's good or not, because you already overhyped it yourself. You're the fault. You overhyped it yourself, so that's why I don't listen to that no more. When I listen, and I used to back J. Cole's album, it wasn't even because he was buzzing, like it wasn't even popping really that much back then, but I was still kind of late. I'll be real, I'm not going to sit here and lie, but it was kind of before. Like fully, do you know what I mean? I was like, but it was still late, let's be real. But I was really enjoying this, like, raw. And people were saying, knocking certain tunes down to begin. I was like, no. This guy, he didn't even have the upper level on some of you, but it's crazy. And it's still, Kanye's still like that, and I'm sure to some people, Drake's really like that. So why did you overhype it yourself and kill that? So that's that one. And then when J. Cole dropped some of his other albums, I waited a while to listen to it, and it was still kind of blew my ears off. You feel what I'm saying? And other artists too. There's other artists to mention who have always been going hard in the UK as well. Even Wretch, and even if I hear certain things from Wretch, I think like I don't know his business. I'm not in his life. To be honest, I don't mean I don't care, but I don't sit here and judge a man like that. Even some of his I heard some more negative tracks. I'm still thinking about his he's too authentic. There's bare artists. I'm not just naming. I know I'm just naming top people. Like, I mean, listen. I still listen to what trends go. I'm still programmed, but less now. Like recently, I don't listen. But my point is like, I don't need to hear about the hype. Cause if I kill the hype for myself, only I'm to blame. But then I'm gonna be disappointed within myself and disappointed with someone else's music for my fault. Cause I overhyped that shit. And it's even when if I downplay something too much, it's the same thing. So I'm still guilty of downplaying things. Calm down. I ain't listening to that right now. I ain't got time for that. Yeah. But even that could open another piece of my mind. So that don't be mad at the process. I ain't mad at the process. Some of you are still gonna thrive and flourish that way. But you're teaching our youth to do the same, and some of them are not. It doesn't mean I'm the best teacher. I'm the best example. I'm not for one second hinting that. But if you can just let people know the truths, try not to over glamorize it too much, and you need to reveal the real in yourself by stop lying, like stop. I don't know the best way to say it, because in your program it's hard to just say, oh yeah, it's that easy, because I went through the exact same shit when I'm younger. Do you get what I'm saying? But now it's like the love part is lost from when we was younger, but I could have been in a love state myself, like puppy love within the world, within humans, and I still kind of am, because that's just how I naturally got raised, that's how I naturally raised myself too. Yeah, so that's still big up my mumsy, but big up myself as well. Like, that love side of it is kind of lost because we was too much like that, and we still, now it's even worse, like, because we care more about what we look like than what we look like on the inside. Like, we care more about who we know than who we are as well. Like, that's sad, man. We care more about who we know than who we are. Like, some of you are gonna cap for like about, and don't get me wrong, some of you are just gonna cap about albums dropping for like one comment will take you like 5 seconds, right? So some of you, it's not that deep. You're getting on with your day, but you're leaving the people that are just reading all this shit or looking or fucking worshipping this shit to believe otherwise. You know what I mean? I'm guilty of that too. I don't know how, maybe in a different way, maybe in exactly the same way, but in some way I've still done the same or similar. And then some of you are gonna do that every day. You see the post that triggers you, so you don't know you put in like a week of your year in, a month of your year in, a year of 10 years in. I don't know how it adds up. So you need to get that to a more positive state. Because if you care about your youth, if you have brothers, sisters, cousins, and if you want them to turn out like you know what, keep at it. I don't even want to tell people to keep at the negativity. I don't even want to tell myself that. But in a sarcastic way, if you don't care, keep at it. Like, fuck it. If that's it, it is what it is. That's what we're in. That's what we're in. I ain't gonna even rant no longer, but you get some of the gist of it. Like, there's no advice. Any other advice now would just be too much rant. I already ranted for like maybe 5 to 8 minutes extra from the beautiful points. But through back to the matter though, back to the summarization. Through good music, good frequencies, without the negativity and all the trigger words. It's alright to have, don't get me wrong, I say trigger words, a few here and there. But some of you only listen to a track when it says Gucci, bro. You can't afford Gucci, man. That's clown shit. And I could have been the same when I was young, but never once did I relate with a Gucci tune cause I was a bit older when that tune must have dropped. So that's still no disrespect to that tune, but no one who cannot afford Gucci or not is not hustling to even strive for that. Because you got people that are hustling and people that pretend hustle. There are people that are really trying to work for something, even if it's a hobby, big up that. But you're putting in the time. Then there's the ones that not. So they're thinking they're going to get to Gucci. To me, if I done that, I'm a clown. And I still like certain songs that glamorize cars, lifestyles, cause it's beautiful to the eye. It's not just that it's material, some of these things are beautiful. Gucci might be beautiful to some of you, so I'm not knocking the fact you like Gucci, but you can't listen to a song that's teaching you how to grind someone. So there's the issue. The issue is not that it's the process. The issue is not that you just like Gucci. It's that if you're not learning how to grind and the music is all negative, so it's not going to teach you how to grind. Same for the food you're eating. It's not going to teach you how to grind, because it's all processed. It comes fast fed to you, fast track, shoom, on the sushi line. Come on, bro. And then some of you will argue for our next set of you going to think food magically appears like that. But thankful for all the beautiful people online that do promote all this, that vegan food, organic food, finding your own sources or the closest source. So that's why we got a beautiful balance somewhere in the midst. But if they wasn't there, and it was just some of your mindsets, some of our, because when I was younger I was programmed the same. Do you get what I'm saying? I thought this city is a shithole, man. There's not. Where am I gonna get fruit in this city? Like, do you get what I'm saying? And I'm talking like more in a local region. Obviously, I'm talking about without going to a supermarket. So I was the same. I can't lose. But I'm just saying that mindset. So my mindset, I'm still talking you. If I'm talking you down, I'm talking myself down. Fuck it. I'm not here to come and be nice and say, you know what, I can't say that about you, cause I was the same. No, I'm saying that about you, but that's the same applies to me. Cool. So now some of your arguments, but yeah, but you think you're better than me. I'm the same as you. So you just want to argue and talk about the pro-vaccine, anti-vaccine, or Drake's album, Kanye's album, and then still not enjoy all that hype you built up. Imagine you built up all the hype. Building hype should be beautiful. And if you want my opinion on that, it's clown shit. If they're doing it for numbers, which they might actually have some sort of feuds with each other or competitive like sportiness, you feel me? Big up to that. But the way it's been done from the outside looking in, and I'm not an expert. Two, I don't know how certain people's minds work, but it's clown shit. Because we're going to teach the youth to be the same materialistic fucking, what is the word for it? Artificial. What's the other word? Not artificial, superficial, and it's just on the surface. And then with certain times with the music, you don't get no deeper than that. If that's a disrespect, it's a disrespect. So at least you get me. It's superficial on the surface, but then when you go deeper, it's still the same. It's like, so where you driving? Where you driving the people to that really believe in and worship that shit? So that's why it's clown shit. Your albums might be the hardest. I don't care. That's not just, I'm using them as an example. That goes to any artist. And for the ones that do good, well done. I hate to always be negative. Well done. And I'll absolutely pat you on the back. All of that. But like I said, I'm not even listening to that many people that often. But I see what's trends, because sometimes I do scroll. You get what I'm saying? I am scrolling. Also, I know I probably should spend time, but I like to see life for what it is, as much as I can, online and offline. It's harder to do that offline, because if you really want to go and see, you may as well be gang and chilling on the street. No, I'm past that. You feel me? So I will see it for what it is online. Thank you very much for the ones that say, don't scroll then and you ain't got nothing to say. No, I want to have something to say. I want to learn. So that's why I probably might not listen to both those albums and another 100 artists' albums doing the same clown shit. Yeah. But I still see it all trending. And then 2-2s, when something drops, then you're not even trending. So all that hype and now you're not trending, but you're trending because obviously people are gonna go and be nosy. But then everyone's saying this, that, and the third, memes, and then suddenly no memes. And then even in J. Cole's lyrics, so I don't want to disrespect the idol, then he'll say some make memes, some make millions, some make memes or memes. I think he said that in a positive way, because some of these artists are memes, bro. You get put in a meme, some of you, and that's not a disrespect, because I could get put in a meme tomorrow too. And I've been trolled like that. I've been trolled subliminally and indirectly too. So I know how it feels. It's not a nice feeling, but some of you are memes because you hyped up all your shit. And I'm guilty of this. So in a way, we're all guilty of this, because we do it to ourselves as well. If we don't do it publicly, we hype ourselves up so much, and sometimes we don't put in the work, or it might not pay off. Then you feel gutted. I'm not laughing at that, but you are the meme because you're not trending after the meme. Imagine, like, what? How? I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know where they do that at, because it's not here. Maybe in my younger years, but not here. Loud and clear, not here. Like, and all that for money, and to teach how you feel. Okay, so you gotta be a dummy to live nice. You gotta be a dummy to, you feel me? That's what it. And I'm not here stating that the whole industry broke out. There's people that are positive, but what trends compared to what is kind of shown as much to our youth is not that. And then even the ones that are positive, so now let's talk about the positive artists. Big up to them, yeah. Some of you are under labels, so you can't even extend the positivity so far. So it's now, no disrespect, you're clowning yourself. I don't look at you like a clown because you're not putting out pure negativity. That would be rude on you. But you can't go and do what you need to do, and some of you might be programmed so you don't understand what that is. Cool, if you don't understand, you don't understand. But if you understand the position you're in, and you're being manhandled, even if you had the best card hand, cause we all know that even the ones that ain't in position, and some of us are broke and poor, I might have the best card hand. The ones in the labels might have the best card hand. You can't do nothing with it because you're under a label. Me, at least I can just dash the cards on the floor. Some of you can't do that. So that's why you clowned yourself, because now you're clowning on you. So you still have to be a clown to yourself. Don't forget that until you change your ways. Doesn't mean I'm going to call you a clown. Me saying you clowned yourself, not me calling you a clown, because it's really what you are. You clowned yourself, but you're trying to say it's positive, but you're not releasing the full extent of the positivity. That's a disrespect. Same to me when I do that. I disrespect myself. I clown myself. We ain't here to raise these little fragile people. You feel me? Because no one's fragile. That's not a disrespect, because technically no one's fragile. We ain't here to raise them because we're trying to change them and keep them, not even trying to keep them in their purest form, but now we have to change them from the way they've been programmed. Doesn't mean they're fragile, it just means the real ones that know the real part of them, they're fragile. The program ones is like, we're trying to change their mentality, but the ones that know the realness and are withholding it and keeping it deep down, and you ain't going to do much when you do get certain money positions. That's not me putting down, but some of you are not. You're fragile. So the ones that everyone's looking up to are learning how to be fragile, and then they're saying, well, you're not real because you don't bang gams. You're not real because you don't do this. You're not real because you ain't rolling on the strip. Bruv, stop it, man. It's 2021, bruv. You don't chill on the strip no more. And if you do, you don't need to, some of you. Yeah, you're not real if you don't buy a girl this. Yeah, you're not real if you don't listen. Feel me? Done with. And I know that accent's bare jarring, but that's how I just wanted to be jarring. Done out. If no one's gonna say it, I'ma say it. Done out. If you're changing your ways behind closed doors and keeping it all quiet, and you don't have to have any business announced, respect to that. But if not, done out.